Once there was a poor man who was married to a very beautiful woman. They lived a simple life, but their hearts were full. The man and his wife never argued. The husband loved his wife deeply, and the wife loved her husband just as much. They were truly happy together. But near their small home lived a rich and handsome neighbor. One day, this rich man saw the poor man's beautiful wife, and the moment he saw her, he fell in love. I want to marry her myself, he thought. From that day on, he could not stop thinking about her. Every day, when the poor husband went to work in the fields, the rich man came to the house. "You are a very beautiful woman," he said to her one afternoon. "But look at your clothes. They are old and worn. Why doesn't your husband buy you new, pretty clothes? Surely, if he really loved you, he would buy you beautiful things." The woman stayed silent. "If you divorce him and marry me," the rich man continued, "I will buy you the finest clothes in the land. You will be the most beautiful woman in all of Ethiopia." At first, the woman did not listen. She loved her husband, but the rich man returned again, and again, and again. Every day he repeated the same words. Slowly, doubts entered her heart. Maybe my neighbor is right, she began to think. Why doesn't my husband buy me beautiful clothes? Maybe he doesn't truly love me. That night, she spoke to her husband. "Look at me," she said. "My clothes are old and ugly. I want new ones." Her husband smiled gently. "You don't need new clothes," he said. "You are the most beautiful woman in the world to me." She became angry. "Don't you love me?" she asked. "If you love me, buy me a new dress." The husband loved his wife and wanted to make her happy. "I only have a little money," he thought. "I need a new plow, but my wife's happiness matters more." The next day, he went to the market and bought a new dress. When he brought it home, his wife put it on and smiled. "Thank you, my dear husband," she said happily. "Now I know that you love me." Later that day, the rich man returned. She stood before him wearing her new dress. "You see," she said proudly, "my husband loves me very much. He bought this beautiful dress for me." The rich man shook his head slowly. "A good husband doesn't only give clothes," he said. "He gives gold." He opened a box filled with shining jewelry. "Where is your gold necklace?" he asked. "Where are your rings? If you divorce your husband and marry me, all of this will be yours." This time, the woman became angry. "Go away," she said. "I love my husband and we are happy together." But the rich man did not stop. Every day, he returned. Every day, he showed her the gold. And once again, doubt crept into her heart. "Why doesn't my husband buy gold for me?" she wondered. Maybe he doesn't love me enough." That evening, she did not light the fire. She did not cook any food. Her husband came home tired and hungry after working all day. "There is no dinner tonight," she said coldly. "You do not love me." Her husband was shocked. "What, my darling? I love you more than anything in the world. Then why don't you buy me gold jewelry?" she demanded. When a man loves his wife, he gives her gold necklaces and rings. Her husband looked worried. "I already spent money on her clothes," he thought. "How can I afford gold?" At last, he decided, "I will go to my brother. Perhaps he will lend me the money." The next morning, the poor man went to visit his brother. "Brother," he said quietly, "please lend me some money. I will work for you in return." His brother thought for a moment, then nodded. "All right," he said. but you must work hard. My field is full of stones, and you must clear them all." The poor man agreed without hesitation. He took the money, went to the market, and bought beautiful gold jewelry. When he returned home, his wife's eyes shone with excitement. She placed the necklace around her neck and slipped the rings onto her fingers. "Look at me," she said. "Am I not beautiful?" "You are very beautiful," her husband replied softly. "If you are happy, then I am happy." She hugged him tightly. "Thank you, my dear husband," she said. "Now I truly know that you love me." The next day, before the sun rose, the poor man left for his brother's field. The land was covered with stones. "I must work very hard," he thought. "I must start early and stop late. I must repay my debt." Meanwhile, his wife worked happily at home. "I will make a wonderful dinner tonight," she thought. "My husband works so hard for me. I know he loves me." Suddenly, a voice called out, "Hello, are you there?" She stepped outside and saw the rich neighbor again. "Oh, it's you," she said. "You were wrong about my husband. He bought me gold jewelry. He loves me, and I love him. I will not divorce him." The rich man felt worried. "She loves him too much," he thought. "I must be clever." Then he said, "Your husband gave you clothes and gold, but I can give you more than that." "More?" the woman asked. "What do you mean? Can your husband make miracles?" The rich man asked. "Miracles?" She laughed. "No, only God can make miracles." "But I can," the rich man said calmly. "Love gives me that power. If your husband loves you, he should make miracles for you." "Make a miracle now," the woman said. "I cannot," the rich man replied. "Not yet. First, you must promise to love me. Leave your husband, come with me. Then I will make miracles." The woman said nothing. The rich man turned and walked away. That night, her husband returned home late, tired and hungry. She brought him water. She brought him food. "My poor husband," she thought. "He works so hard for me. The rich man is foolish." But the next day, and the next, and the next, the rich man returned again and again. "Did your husband make a miracle today?" he asked. "Leave him, love me, and I will make miracles every day." Slowly, the woman began to listen. One evening, when her husband came home, she looked sad. "My dear wife," he asked, "what is wrong?" "I am sad," she said. "You do not love me." Her husband was shocked. "What are you saying? I bought you clothes. I bought you gold. You are the most precious thing in my life. But you don't make miracles for me," she replied. Her husband stared at her in disbelief. "Miracles? Of course I cannot make miracles. Who gave you this idea?" "Our neighbor," she said quietly. "He says love makes miracles." The poor man's heart sank. "That wicked man wants to take my wife," he thought. "First clothes, then gold, now miracles." The next morning, he walked slowly to his brother's field. "I must pray," he thought. "Only God can help me now." He looked up to the sky. "Oh Lord," he prayed, "please help me. I love my wife. Do not let this man take her from me." He worked all morning, moving heavy stones. At midday, he sat under a tree to rest. A man was already sitting there. "Who are you?" the poor man asked. "I am a wizard," the stranger replied, "and I have a gift for you." The wizard held out two sticks. "These sticks make miracles," he said. "Miracles?" the poor man whispered. With the first stick, the wizard explained, Any person you touch will turn into a donkey. The poor man smiled. And the second stick? He asked. He will become human again. The poor man jumped to his feet. Thank you, he cried. I prayed to God, and he sent you to me. He ran home. Wife, he called, come quickly. I will make a miracle. The woman came running out of the house. A miracle? She asked. What miracle? Watch, her husband said. He touched her gently with the first stick. At once, she turned into a donkey. She lifted her head and tried to speak, but no words came out. All she could say was, hee-haw, hee-haw. Her husband quickly touched her with the second stick. At once, she became a woman again. Oh, she cried. That is amazing. It's a real miracle. How did you do it? I prayed to God, her husband said, and he helped me. Then his voice became serious. Now, my wife, he said, I am going to punish my enemy. Your enemy? She asked. Who is that? You know who, he replied. The rich man, our neighbor. He looked straight into her eyes. He comes here when I am working. He fills your head with bad ideas. First clothes, then gold, then miracles. Is that true? The woman lowered her head. She said nothing. Did you listen to him? Her husband asked. Tears filled her eyes. Yes, she whispered. It is true. He wanted me to leave you and marry him. I listened to him, but I am sorry. Do you still want to leave me? Her husband asked quietly. She shook her head. No, she said. I want to stay with you forever. I will never listen to him again. Her husband nodded. Then take the stick, he said, handing her the first one. Touch the rich man with it when he comes again. She took the stick. She did not see that her husband quietly hid the second stick in the roof. The next morning, the poor man went out early to work. Before long, the rich man arrived at the house. Well, he asked with a smile. Can your husband make miracles now? Yes, the woman answered calmly. She touched him with the stick. At once, the rich man turned into a donkey. Now, she said firmly, you can go and help my husband. She led the donkey out to the fields where her husband was working, moving stones. The poor man laughed. A donkey, he said. Now I can finish my work much faster. From that day on, the donkey worked hard. It carried heavy stones from the fields. It took sacks of grain to the market. It brought flour and coffee back home. Year after year, the donkey worked. The poor man was no longer poor. With the donkey's help, he became stronger and richer. Many years later, the poor man looked at the donkey. It was old now. Its back was bent. Its head hung low. The man felt sorry for it. This is enough, he said gently. He went into the house and brought out the second stick. He touched the donkey. At once, the rich man stood there again. But he was no longer young or handsome. He was old. His back was bent. He looked tired and broken. You tried to take my wife, the poor man said firmly. That was wrong. Go home, he said, and never look at another man's wife again. The rich man walked away slowly. He never returned. The poor man and his wife lived happily together for many more years, loving and trusting each other once again. After that day, peace returned to the small home. The poor man and his wife learned an important lesson. They understood that love is not measured by clothes, gold, or miracles, but by sacrifice, loyalty, and trust. The husband continued to work hard. The wife cared for their home with gratitude and respect. They spoke kindly to each other again. They laughed together again. And most importantly, they trusted each other again. The rich man was never seen in their village after that. His pride was gone, and so was his power. As for the poor man, he was poor no longer, not because of wealth, but because he had protected what truly mattered. His wife stood beside him, not because of gifts or miracles, but because she finally understood the value of true love. And so, the husband and wife lived peacefully, happily, and faithfully together for many, many years.